Hi, my name is Vlad and I have this car for 6 months. This is BMW 2025 330i xDrive, and I'm going to share with you all my thoughts, what I like and what I dislike about this car. And if you're on the market, you're trying to find something like this, hopefully it's gonna help make your mind. Let's go. I got this with the premium package, which is included few nice bells and whistles like head-up display and power lift, also adjustable cruise control. So this is really nice and it made the life way easier. Before that, I own a few different cars. I had Toyota, Mazda, Kia, Hyundai. But my life goal was always to get to the day when I can afford to myself BMW. I think it's a dream for every Slavic kid. So I've been living in the United States for 22 years, been a citizen, working, saving towards this dream car. And for me, it was partially, I didn't care as long as that BMW, and it's supposed to be a black BMW. And I got this car, and this is a biggest plus of having this. You driving BMW, it has that specific look, that kidney grille that anyone can spot on. When you see the car, you know, okay, this is BMW. It's a luxury. I really like the seating, but the color, it's not just a black, it's a black sapphire metallic. It gave this really nice sparkly look when the weather, like today, it's a little bit overcast and you can see the clouds. Sometimes you even ask yourself, is it really black? Maybe it's just deep blue. And that's what I really like about the color of this car. I like the inside. It's not real leather, it's fake leather, but you cannot really tell. It still feels premium, it feels luxurious, and the seating itself is so comfortable and nice. Because when you buy a car like that, first of all, you buy this car for yourself. If you buy a car for your family, that's normally SUV, right? Because you need to have the kids, you need to have a lot of luggage in the back. And with this car, this is just for the driver. So it is 2-liter 4-cylinder car, and it's supposed to give you 255 horsepower. But what really caught my attention with this car since 2025, they also add 48 volt mild hybrid system, which is always a plus. And I thought, like, okay, was reading about that, it's gonna give you some good torque, and you definitely can feel it. For me, it's even more torque than I needed. I was afraid how much gas I will need it. When you buy a BMW, you know already you cannot fill with the regular gas. If you trying to save money on the gas, then probably you need to get some other car. For this car, you need premium fuel. But still, you're trying to think, okay, how much exactly fuel? What's going to be my miles per gallon? I didn't find out how good this car until I took a trip across the state. We drove almost 600 miles and my miles per gallon was 37.2, which is like amazing. And I didn't drive in the economy mode, I just was driving my comfort mode. 37.2. I love it. Yes, when you driving on a city, it might be, of course, less. I would say try to orient on something between 28 to 30 if you're driving in a city. But for the long runs, it easily gave me 37. Minuses what I have with this car. You know, we live in a day and technology when there is adaptive cruise control, and this car has a great adaptive cruise control. when you trying to swerve from your lane, your car trying to adjust you to the lane. And I love this, it's working perfect here. But the cross traffic, this is the weakest part of the BMW. Like my previous car, if I would get out from the parking lot and there is some kind of car just approaching nearly, my car would beep, scream at me, help to brake even. Sometimes I want to say like, okay, Kia, you overreacting. But now since I get BMW and it do not have this feature, on a paper it has this feature, but when you activate it do not work. It's start working from such a small distance that it almost doesn't mean anything, because it turned on so late, the radius of influence so small that you will get hit. So you cannot rely on a cross traffic warning in this car. And again, I'm saying I might be not really smart with mechanics, but I'm really good with the technologies because that's my work of field. I know how to turn on the stuff, and I know it's turned on, but it's such a small radius, that's a problem. What I love about this car is how it handles all the twists, all the corners. Of course, this is a xDrive, which means all four-wheel drive, and it's great. But in the same time, as long as it's like getting speed perfectly good, but the brakes, I don't know, the designers of these brakes, I don't know. First I thought maybe it's my car needs to recalibrate or change something with the brakes, but apparently not. That's common thing with the BMW, that you start pressing the brake pedal and it's almost feel like nothing happened. And you pressing and pressing, you get almost like to the 50% and almost like nothing happened. And then suddenly in that last part, it just like brake. I almost felt like I need to go to chiropractor after driving this car few first months. Now, since I'm kinda start understanding how my brakes works, it's got little bit better. Who buys luxury sedans? That's the person who is the mostly going to be driving the car, if you're going to be honest, right? And my kids grow up, my daughter in university, my son driving his own car, so this car was now just my baby. For me, going to stores, running errands, just driving for the pleasure, and that's what mostly you value, the seating area, how much comfort you get as a driver. Yes, there might be not enough room on the back if you're trying to compare with the SUVs, right? Switching from Kia Niro to this, I cannot say that I lost much of the room as a driver. For the driver, it's perfect seating. Let's talk about the back seating. So I'm 6 foot tall, and if someone would sit over here, me as a driver, I would love to have a little bit more room over there, but even with my spacious seating as a driver, anyone who's going to sit behind me, they still have plenty of room over here. And the seat made the way with the little curves because they expecting people place their knees here. So there is still plenty of room. You have your own armrest, and also you can control the air, set up temperature what you like for yourself. It's adjustable for each passenger. As well, there is a 2 charging ports with the USB-C. So we're gonna go on a long trip in a few weeks to the Oregon coast, so I think we're not gonna have any problems. It's going to be 4 of us. I think that trip will be amazing. I really like those sensors that helps me with the parking, because sometimes it's really hard to estimate how far you're from like another car when you especially trying to fit in a small parking room. So I love that feature. But one of my biggest complaints, it is like over here. I still can control volume of my radio. That's perfect. I doesn't need to look because I know where is it located. I just reach with my hand and I can control it. I wish they had something similar for controlling the temperature, because if it's too hot or too cold, I need to look down, see where exactly the temperature. I need to change this. Also, if I want, for example, I'm driving and there is a bad smell and I need to turn on the like air circulation, get the fresh air. Right now it's set it up to automatic air circulation, but this feature do not really work well, because so many times I would drive to the stinky area and it would still pull the air from outside. So it is what it is, but if I could change something in this car, that would be changing this. Get back to the normal buttons where I can adjust the temperature and where can I just adjust air circulation. This was not a deal breaker for me. It's just one of the things that I would love to roll back to the standard what we had before. I do love this beautiful screen. I do. All my entertainment here, I can connect the Android Auto, all the settings, love it. I love the wheel, the shape of it and everything. I love the option where I can actually change how layout looks. I can change how my head-up display look. All these features, I love it. Even though this car has the three options for driving, it has the eco mode, it has comfort and sport. I always stay in the comfort and it's plenty for me. Few things that I like about this car that I didn't had before, the features, and I really love it. It's speed warning. Again, I'm not a speed racing devil, but with this particular car, you get fast so quick, and sometimes you do not even feel the speed. But having that speed warning, if you get to the mark 10 miles faster than speed limit in that area, it gave you a warning. As well, it might give you a beep, depends how you set up your settings. And that's perfect, because sometimes you might not feel it, you just look at your dashboard, or sometimes you can miss the speed limit sign. You feel like you're going, oh, that's the area where it's 45 miles. But if you miss that one sign with the 35, it's so good to have that in your car, adjusted with GPS to give you that warning. It's just another safe guardrail things to have. Just better be safe than sorry. Also, I love it, absolutely love it, head-up display. I don't know how did I live without that before. If I will ever change the car, even if it's not going to be BMW, that's the feature I must have. Do you remember how at first the cruise controls coming into our life? We didn't have that before, but once you try that, especially on a long distance drive, it almost like, how can you go without it now? That's my thoughts about head-up display. I love it. And with this car, I got the luxury to remote start the car. That's great, because I live in Idaho and our winters get super cold. And sometimes when you go and spend time for 3-4 hours and your car is outside. Yes, it has like a seat warmers, it has the wheel warmer, all that nice, but when can you just start your car and start preheating? Amazing. And in the summer, same thing. The car, black car, you know that it's bring all that sun energy into it. It's getting hot really quickly, and when you go to the store for an hour and you trying to go back, it's always so nice when you staying on a cash registry, send that notification to your car to start the climate control, and it start cooling off. And when you get back, you doesn't need to sit on that frying pan. You're just getting into the nice, cool car. That's what I really love it. If we're talking about the price, of course you can buy cheaper Kia or Hyundai or some Japan car. Yes, but for the German car with all these bells and all these whistles, the sticker price was 52,600 plus of course tax, all that things, but still I think it's fairly manageable price if you want that entry level into a BMW life. I love it. This car definitely bring attention. It's definitely people looking at it, and not in a way as a freak cyber truck, you know, but the beauty, elegancy, and how they did modern look, but you still feel that classic BMW classic. So thank you so much for watching this video. Maybe if someone thinking about buying it, maybe I help you to sway your opinion one way or another. That's me having this car for the 6 months. Maybe I'm going to make similar video in another 6 months when it's 1 year mark will pass, and maybe my opinion will change, but it is what it is for right now. Thanks for watching. Bye.